Good morning. I'm very sorry I'm late. I was scrolling through Facebook trying to find a post and suddenly thought, oh my goodness, what time is it? 3 minutes late. Sorry. Um, but good morning. Good morning, Mary. Nice to see you in this morning. I've got my notepad somewhere. There we go. Luckily, I think the noise is finished, but this morning they decided to park a van, a big truck, flatbed lorry, outside this window. Good morning, Joe. And we're throwing shovels in there and rakes and equipment and it was so noisy. I thought I'm never going to be able to do Mojo with this noise going on, but luckily they've just cleared off. Perfect timing. So how is everybody? How are you all? There's 5 people at the top there, but I've only got 2. Good morning, Marjorie. Nice to see you. Please say hi so I know who's in with me. I should imagine my mum's in. Hello, Mum. How is everywhere? What sort of weekend have you had? Isn't it turned cold? Ooh, all of a sudden, there's no leaves on the trees anymore. The storms have blown them all away. And it's gone from beautiful autumn last week to pretty much a very cold, wintry day this week. So a complete contrast from last week. Good morning, Linda. How are you? Yes, it's polar neck weather. Look, got the polar neck on, which is swallowing my pearls. Let's get those out. Yeah, there we go. That's better. I didn't have much time this morning, so I haven't done my hair. Just dried it, and so it's going to be a bit flat today. But after we finish here, I'm going to go from here into Mojo live. So if you want to catch that straight from this live, I'm going to go into the shop because we decorated and it's Christmas in there and it looks great and I wanted to show it to you. Also, there's loads of my bits and bobs in there, which some of you will recognise or you will remember from years ago because I fished out everything because now I've got a shop to put things in. So there's loads and loads of things in there, from pyrography to wire Christmas trees and robins and birds and all sorts in there. So they will come and I'll show you around, but it's lovely. And I would love to just take you in there from here, but I can't because it changes internet. So this area of the house has got one internet, the other hasn't, and it always cuts out and makes it complicated. So I'll just do a little live in Mojo when we finish, just to show you around so you can see what we've done. We're very busy this weekend making things, sprayed so many pine cones, it's unbelievable. Everything's sprayed gold. We've got rid of a great big card display unit and put a little unit in, did an upcycle. So there's been all sorts going on. It's been a very busy weekend. Need help? I purchased a Turkish Biber pendant from charity shop. Need ideas to make it into a necklace. Biber pendant. I don't know what one of those is. Let me have a look. See if I can. Turkish Biber pendant. 6.9. There we go. Turkish Biber. Get the right thing. Turkish Biber. Sounds lovely and very organised. Yes. Can I send a pic? Yes, please do, Linda. And all I'm getting is Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber pendant. Nope, can't read it. The what I've got is so so diverse, from evil eye to great big coin things to so yeah, send me a picture, Linda. You send it now, maybe I can help now. It's it feels early to be decorating for Christmas, but of course we've got to shop, so we've got Christmas stock, so it's got to be out and it's got to be in the right setting. It seems daft putting a Christmas pudding just on a shelf full of gardening and stuff. So been working on beaded baubles this week. Oh, lovely Mary, you make some lovely beaded baubles. I've put some of those in the shop as well. There's lots and lots, lots of different things. Turkish tribal. It's Berber. Aha. Berber. That might help. Well, it sounds lovely. I do like Turkish, that sort of style. Berber. Again, lots of different. Oh, there's some nice ones though. Enamels. Ooh, some lovely things. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, just send me a messenger and then I can have a look. Right. Morning, Carrie. How are you? So apart from getting festive, and I seem to have orders for robins coming out of my ears. I keep saying they're not for sale, and then people keep offering me money for them, and good money. So I'm going to do it. So I'm going to do some robins. I'm going to have a go, see how long it takes me. If it takes too long, I just won't be able to do it. But yeah, robins seem to be a big hit around here. So back out with the Robin DVD, I think, see if I can work out how to do it again. Yeah. What else? Very exciting things happening this week, I got to tell you. Well, I'd love to tell you, but I can't tell you. But there will be an announcement with Marie and I on Thursday. So I hope you can keep your eyes peeled on the pages, because I'm not quite sure which platform we'll be launching what we're doing on. It's got something to do with 12. I hinted last week. So keep your eyes peeled for that, because that's very exciting. And we can finally, after lots of talking and time and planning and organising, we can finally offer it to everybody. And we're hoping it will be very well received. So this is exciting news. What else? Who's working on what? It's the time of year to be making Christmas things. So who's making what? I've got Mary making beaded baubles. Who else is making for Christmas? And can you tell us what you're making? You might not be able to say. What have I got on my desk? I've got so much on my desk. Great news as well. My Bishop Wilton collection has already had one line sell out. So I'm busy making more to take there this afternoon. So I haven't got a finished piece here because they're all in progress. But this little pendant is the one that's been selling out. So this has got to have a gemstone in, and it's got to be patinaed and everything. So a little gemstone goes in there, and then it gets patinaed and put onto a chain. So this is the one that just keeps selling out. So has sold out. So I'm making I've got 3 on the go in my little pot here, because I tend to travel around with it. So if I have to cover the shop, I take my little pot and all my tools and sit in the shop and do it. And then if I'm in here, I can sit here and do it. But yeah. It's a very busy time. So come on then, tell me what you're making. What else have I got? I found an amazing shop. It's called Junk and Jewels. I don't think there's an online version. I mean, you can see the shop online, but it's got a website bit. I don't think you can buy anything, but it's amazing. It is literally junk. Not jewels, but treasures. So there's a massive fabric warehouse there. So every fabric you can imagine is absolutely amazing. I took my mother-in-law on Saturday, and she had an absolute field day and spent a fortune on fabrics. She's a sewer, so she loved that, and felting projects and all sorts. And so there's this space, and then there's lots of knickknacks for the home, unusual items. It's very Christmassy there at the moment, so lots of things like that, lots of crafty things. And then outside there are 7 sheds, like outbuildings, and each one has got different junk. They do house clearance. So like there was one room with lots of paintings, one room with lots of books and tools, and another room with furniture, one with toys, another room with a table, and everything on that table or in that room, you could fill a massive big white carrier bag, like a bin bag. And if you filled that, you could fill that up for £2. Well, I went mad. I bought loads. I got some random things. I got a bag of hooks, all different types of hooks. I don't know what they're for. I got a little flower arranging thing for Chris. I bought a rake. I bought so many tassels, curtain hole tie backs. They are the most beautiful tassels, great long luxurious tassels on beautiful brocade. And I just thought, I just got to have them. So I got them thinking I might use them for Christmas. I might use them in something. I don't know what I use them in, but they're so nice. So I got those. What else did I get? I got these. I don't know what I'm going to use these for yet, but I'm thinking some sort of window hanging. These are copper moons. So I bought some of those. Those were £2. I got some scarf rings. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those, but it's things that you definitely, this is the sort of thing I will use. So I got scarf rings. I can't even remember all the things I got. I bought a dumper truck for my nephew, my great nephew. Right, what's here? I'm finishing my term 1 projects for my Fine Diploma course. Fine Diploma with Marjorie, is it what fine what? What are you? Which diploma are you doing, Marjorie? Fine silver, is it? Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting. And Linda's got a village craft fair on Sunday, getting organised. Yeah. Is it, there's still craft fairs going on? I suppose they are. November. They seem to slow down a bit now, don't they? But I've got a big one to go to at York Racecourse. I was given some free tickets for the Christmas fair. So I've got that one to go to, which will be nice. But I haven't got any village fairs booked. I think I was a bit late to it this year, really. Next year, maybe. Enjoy making silver and gold. Oh, wow. So have you got your projects planned, Marjorie? Are they all planned? Do you know what you're making? Or is it, I suppose it will be certain techniques you have to demonstrate in those pieces. So that will be part of the design. That's a very different way of coming at a design, isn't it? Coming at it, thinking about what technique to use rather than the design and then attributing technique after. A different way of doing things. What else? Right, anyway, let's do some voting because I've got some new bits and bobs in my tray down here. So box 1 to 10. So if you've not joined before, I'm sure all of you are familiar with this, but put your votes in from numbers 1 to 10, and whichever gets the most votes, that's the box I will open, and in there is a little tutorial. I'm not sure what it will be. You've sent a picture, Linda. We'll have a look. So votes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Number 1 for Carrie. You've got your number 1. A 4 for Mary. Let's have a look, Linda. See if I can find your pendant. Oh, that's nice. Here it is, everybody. That's lovely, isn't it? And what do you want to do? You want to make it into a necklace. Is that ball at the top, does that rotate? Yes, we are showing the techniques on what to make. Oh, okay. So you sort of just have to execute that project. I suppose that takes a bit of the subjectiveness out of it as well. Yeah, that's good. Number 6 for Judith. Good morning, Judith. Oh, it'd be nice to see your work, Marjorie. Pop it. Do you ever put it? You can put it in Mojo so you can have a look. Right, what can you do with this then? So that pendant, Linda, is there like is that a wiggly bar? And does that bit swivel round? Is it attached? Is it set in that shape? Or is that movable? And this line here, is that a spike or it looks like the ring is in it? Yes, it does. It also has a very sharp point. Yeah, well, you'll want to get rid of that, won't you? It's lovely though, isn't it? I wonder what the stone is. It looks like glass. Or it could be coral, couldn't it? But it looks like it's a bit of a glow. It's very nice though. And number 5 for Marjorie. It's coral. Oh, lovely. It's got a lovely glow, hasn't it? Because that top part there almost looks like it's got a glassy finish because it's got that sort of light in it. It's very nice. Very nice. Oh, what would I be tempted to do? So first off, let's have a look. First off, I would probably, let's turn the camera around. I'm just going to try and stop my phone from turning off. It's very annoying. Where's my battery? Let's take off power saving because it just keeps turning the phone off really quickly. And then, how do you change your screen saver? How do you stop it turning off? Screen recorder. No, we don't want that. Don't want that. Oh, I don't know. If I take power saving off, that might help. I'll put the camera down and then we'll do some little sketching. Good morning, Bogner. How are you? Long time no see. Have you got a number for me, Bogner? You're going to choose a number today? Oh, right. There's my sketchbook. There's lots of designs in here for our secret thing that we're going to launch on Thursday. Not quite sure how we're going to do it yet. I've got to try and go live with Marie somehow because I can't travel. Oh no, it's on the wrong blimmin' camera again. Oh, God's sake. Right. Oh, it's totally going to be upside down. Right, let's see if I can do this back to front then. So here's the pendant. Number 5 for Linda. Oh, damn it. Right. So, Very crude drawing here, Linda, but I'll hold it up in a second. Right then. Right, so this is what you've got basically, isn't it? So what I would do is that spiky bit, try and make this work. So that spiky bit. Hi Nikki. We're doing a very odd way of doing this. Thought maybe I could make a spike into a bail. Yeah, you could. So that ring obviously swivels round and is going through a little hole there, isn't it? So what I would possibly, if I just using this into making this into a pendant, I would use that as the bail, and I would cut off and file off the rest of that, or roll it down to sit inside. But if I swiveled the bar like that, because you've got the two ball ends, if you put a gem ring around there that was small enough that it wouldn't come off the end of those rings, you could then bead here to make the neckline, and then you'd have this lovely bit of negative space there as well, which make a really interesting shape, add a bit of interest. So I would be very tempted to use that that element to make a more interesting piece, really. And just either cut down and file off that spiky bit, or roll it down into a loop, or into a spiral, roll it down. But I would be tempted really just to get rid of it, cut it off, file it off, and then use that ball as your bail then, but have the chain come in either side, chain or beads or whatever it is you're going to use, and then you get that lovely little bit of negative space at the middle. That's what I would do. Anybody else got a better idea or another idea? Number 3 for Bogner. I worked for the past few Mondays and watched replays. Oh, well, we're glad to have you now. Number 3, please. Hi, everyone. Hi, Nikki. Yes, searching for beads now. Have bamboo coral somewhere. Yeah, that's nice. That would be nice. Number 7 for Nikki. Oh, we've got the numbers all spread out today. Any more problem solving? That's a lovely pendant, by the way, Linda. Nice find. It's really nice. Is it copper or bronze, or maybe it's silver and it's just, heavily patinaed or tarnished? It's very nice. I wonder what that spike was for. Oh, it's a brooch, is it? A penannula. It's a brooch. It's a brooch, and I can show you, because I just happened to have made a penannula the other day. Could be silver. Yeah, it's a brooch. So that's why it's a spike. It's always odd. So you could keep it as a brooch. I mean, it's lovely. So I have a brooch here that I've made. Penannula brooch. So used for togas and scarves and things. It used to be used for togas, keeping togas done up. But basically you have a ring and a bar, a spike like that. And you open it up. So if we open it up with the back of the brooch facing, the front of the brooch facing you, so this is the back, you pop your pin through your tunic or your robes or your scarf, you fold your brooch over it, and then you twist it like that, and that keeps it in place. You see? So obviously if we did it the other way up, that would mean we have it with that one, because you've got that dangle on it. How would that be? So to open it up, you do this. So it would be, you'd put the pin in upwards like that, close it, and then, is it upwards or downwards? And then close it. Yeah, so then turn it like that to hold it, and your dangle would then be from the, keeps closing. Yeah, your dangle comes from the pin, doesn't it? So whichever direction. So you'd have it like that, turn the loop, and that would hold it. So you'd have then your dangle. I've put it in quite an awkward place there, haven't I? You wouldn't necessarily want your dangle there. So, yeah, so it's a brooch. Did you know that? Number 3 for Jane. Number 3 for Jane. Good morning, Jane. I'm busy making wedding buttonholes for a wedding later today. Ooh, lovely. Beautifully demonstrated. Thank you, Nikki. Oh, that's exciting. Is it a wedding you're going to, Jane? Do you love a wedding? There's a wedding this week. One of our customers had a wedding. She was very stressed about it. She had a lot to do. They can be stressful times, can't they, weddings? And if you would like to learn how to make this one, then you're going to have to find me on Thursday. So there's lots of things. Cardiff Castle. Oh, how lovely. Very romantic. I'll tell you what I've been watching recently. I've been watching, I know it's old, but I've been watching Escape to the Chateau. So I never watched it. And my dad used to say to me, Gemma, you'd love it. Angel is so creative. You know, you'll love her ideas. And yeah, he's quite right. I've always meant to, but I've just started watching it recently. So we're now on series 2, and they're doing weddings at this chateau. And it's just amazing. I'd love to do weddings for people, because it's just such a it's so lovely, isn't it? All those little touches. It's just such a special day. You sell quite a few Penannular brooches. Oh, yeah, I think they're quite popular. Like scarves are popular, and they're a bit unusual. I've made a few for gifts, because they're just a bit unusual, aren't they? A bit different. This one's quite a large, chunky one. But obviously you can scale them up and down. So, there we go. Chunky Penannular. And they're just nice to say, isn't it? Penannular. Yeah, so weddings. And talking of weddings, it's my wedding anniversary, my first wedding anniversary next Sunday. So that's exciting. So next weekend we get to relive everything and go through all the boxes of goodies and things like that. We're not going anywhere. We can't really at the moment. So we're going to stay in and cozy up and relive the day, watch the video and look at the photos, make an album, because we haven't done that yet. You made cutlets for the bridesmaids too. Cutlets. What's a cutlet? This is something I haven't heard. Cutlets. I thought that was like a chicken thing. The French are great scarf lovers, and boys buy them for medieval fairs. Yes. Yeah, because they are circlets. Okay, not cutlets. I was thinking, what's a cutlet? Circlets. Okay, so nice little floral circlets. Is it fresh flowers you're using, Jane? That's it. Or maybe it's berries and autumn leaves and things like that, is it? Lamb or pork? I was thinking, oh, I don't know. Have I got this word wrong? Oh, well, that's nice. I'm glad. It's nice you'll get to see it all in with the theme. I loved making all the things with Chris. Obviously, he's just as creative. So we loved making all the bits and bobs for our wedding last year, from making the gin for the favours and putting the little wax seals on the little bottles, and so many little details we just loved. Garnets and quartz. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, nice. Is it red garnet? So autumnal garnet. That sounds nice. How many, Jane? How many bridesmaids? Castle's quite a grand venue, isn't it? How lovely. Nice autumn wedding. I hope, but the sun's really bright here. I don't know what it's like down there, but Wales have been hit pretty hard, haven't they, by the storms and the rain. So I hope it's a nice day for them. I was only 2. Oh, that's all right then. Oh yes, red garnet, definitely. Yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it? This time of year. Gorgeous. Right then, I have got no clear winner for our votes, so let's have some more. It's beautiful here today, but freezing. Oh well, cold is fine. Cold is fine because the adrenaline gets everybody warmed up. It's just if it's windy and rainy, it's not very nice. Last year we got married and it was Storm Bertie, our unexpected guest. And it was horrendous. The weather was absolutely horrendous. It was very difficult getting around in a big white dress. But it, I think this time of year you don't plan to be outside, do you? So it was good, really. I think if you do it in the summer and you get a bad day, you feel a bit cheated and hard done by. But if you do it in the winter and you get a bad day, it's to be expected, really, isn't it? So we've planned for it. So we our very wet, very windy weekend up on top of a hill on a farm was a bit muddy, but wonderful nonetheless, and made memories. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, it is. It's a lovely, bright, sunny day. The clouds this morning were just fantastic. They were like a pale lemon, obviously the sun was like lighting them from the bottom. So just as the sun was coming out, we were up very early getting newspapers and milk in and stuff like that. So, but did sit outside for my coffee this morning because it was so beautiful. The sky was wonderful, like blue, but the dark blue because it was early, and the sun was low, but obviously quite bright. And it was the bottoms of the clouds sort of ombre from this pastel lemon all the way up to a dark blue. So this massive colour shift through the cloud was amazing. So, so pretty. I love watching the clouds. The sky seems so big here because it's quite flat where we are. There's hills around us, but for a long time we're sort of almost on the Vale of York. So there's really flat. And so you get just such a massive sky. It just seems so huge. So when the stars are out at night, it feels infinite. And when it's a nice big blue sky, it's beautiful. And yeah, it's lovely. A really gorgeous place to live. Really lucky. It's so lovely. Right. Right. I need another number, guys, because I need a decider. Because I got a few numbers with 2, and so I need a decider, please. You won't see me this evening on Charmers. I do not have a Instagram show tonight. One, I've been extremely busy on other projects with Charmers, which we will talk about on Thursday, and I will tell you as soon as I possibly can. And 2, I've got all this collection to do for Bishop Wilton and loads of robins to make. so I haven't had a chance this week. A 3 for Nikki. Thank you, Nikki. I thought you already voted though, Nikki. I don't know, maybe you did. That means our winner is box number 3. So we'll have a look what's in it. Oh, by the way, I've just noticed I've been scribbling on a page. I've been making recently, and I've been listening just to talks about jewellery and history. You changed your mind. That's okay. That's all right, Nikki. You're allowed to change your mind. I needed a decider, and that was it. So I just listened to talks about designers, techniques, history, anything really, Gemma. So there's this YouTube channel called L'École School of Jewellery, and mainly it's French. So I listen to it in French a lot and just look up now and again. But sometimes they do the same talk but in English. So sometimes I'm just making and I haven't noticed that it's French. But you'd like it, Nikki. It's great. But yeah, it's the School of Jewellery. So it covers everything from jewellery in paintings to jewellery in certain eras and new discoveries. It talks sometimes about gemstones, sometimes about materials, sometimes about enamel. It's broad, but it's just jewellery. And so I've been listening to that, and I've come across this designer, and he might be completely. You're right, yeah, of course, but I'd never heard of him. But I know I've seen his work. Jean Van Vendôme, Jean Vendôme. And so it's JeanVendome. Oh, so inspiring. I just thought I'd say it because it's right here on my notepad pad. But yes. Oh, I need to find that. Oh yes, it's so good, Nikki. It's I don't know if I can link it actually. It's just a really nice channel just to listen to. It's just lots of lectures, and as I'm working, it's great. I don't need to look at the screen too much. I can just absorb things. Not that I do. My brain is like a sieve. It's really bad. Nothing really stays in, but I get an overview, a general thing. But I keep thinking it's nice to have little sound bites, but they don't stay. So anyway, I do try. But yeah, I've discovered quite a few new designers that I hadn't known about before. So that's nice. Very inspiring. So ahead of his time, like really, really exquisite. And so if I had to aspire to be any type, if I could be design like anyone, it would be this Jean Vendôme. I want to say Jean Van Damme because that's the actor, but it's not. It's Vendôme. Very good. Anyway, take a look. Right, so I'm going to open box number 3. And I'm going to have to do the camera thing where I tilt it onto the desk. It's going to be upside down. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize because my webcam is set up just above my screen cam. I hadn't realized it picked the wrong one to go live with. So very sorry about that. Oh, okay. He's famous there because, lots of streets named after him. I'm not surprised. It's absolutely phenomenal. I don't know how it's escaped me all these years. I suppose I've never been one to really explore other designers. I know that sounds really daft, doesn't it? But I've never... Artists, because I studied that, I suppose. But jewelry designers, I never really have. That sounds daft, doesn't it? But I've never really focused on jewelry designers, jewelry houses a little bit, but not individuals. You didn't know he was a jeweler? Oh my goodness, Nikki, you wait. What a treat you're in for. I mean, I'm not sure it's your style, Nikki, because I know you like quite petite, natural forms. He's quite wild, but I think you can't help but be in awe of his work, whether you would wear it or like it or are inspired by it. It's just awe-inspiring. Anyway, let's open box number 3. A new one. Now, this is a natty little thing. I came across recently, and I haven't evolved the idea yet or the concept yet, and it's a very quick, simple one, but it's one I did and put on the side. You know, when you think, oh, I have a go at that, and I had to go and I put it down. And I thought, I'm going to do something with that, and I haven't. So maybe you can explore it and see what you come up with. But it's like a little interconnected knot, and I just thought it made great spacer beads, very interesting, and just very, very simple. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but maybe I just throw it out to you. You can have a play with it, see what you come up with. Also, I think patinaed and then rubbed off, it's going to look really nice. So this one has already got a bit of a patina on it. So what I'll do is I'll show you how to make it, and if I can remember. And then I will take off the top surface of the oxidization on here. There's not much, but it will still give us an idea of how this will transform once you've got it oxidized and then picked up. But yeah, it's really nice. It's like a little bit of a puzzle. So let's do it. Hopefully it'll set you on a bit of a exploration of technique. Right, so I have to lift this, tilt it so that you can. Now, right, that is the best I can do, I'm afraid. Let's see if I can get a bit more light on the situation. Now that would help. Clear some space. How's that? It's a bit shadowy. Sorry, folks. Right then. So here's this little knot. You see how it's all interlinked, and I've threaded it onto just a hoop because I thought I could make this. They're just quite cute little earrings. I just thought nice and simple. So what do we need? We need either bail makers or a mandrel or a pencil. It doesn't really matter. Just we want quite a nice big hoop. So we want an inner diameter of about, what's that, about 8 mil. And obviously this ratio will change depending on how big or how small you make these, but this inner diameter is about 8 mil. Okay, and I'm going to use a 0.8 millimeter wire to do this. So let me find an 0.8 mil wire. I actually had that on the desk a second ago. That feels like an 8. Is that an 8? Yeah. Okay, so let's go for this mandrel, see if this works. So what I'm going to do is just make a coil of around 6 to 8 rings, okay? We just need to make sure that we do 2 exactly the same. So if I'm just going to turn, I might actually need a 1 mil wire for this. Let's try it. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, let's try that. We'll go with it and see what happens. So I got 7 coils there, and I'm going to cut the coils, cut it off so that the 2 edges are sort of a side next to one another. So there's the cut edge on this end, and there's the cut edge on the other end, so they're opposite each other. Okay, I'm going to make another one of those. So again, take it round your pliers the same amount of times. If you've got 8 on the other one, do 8 again. But what we want to make sure is that the width of this coil, so I'll explain what I mean in a second. How many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So let's cut these. That end one's a little bit off, so I'm going to do a couple more and then cut it down because it's a bit scruffy, that end one. That's better. So I cut that one there and then count 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cut that one opposite. That looks a bit bigger. Yeah, it is. That's nice. Okay, so now I've got 2 coils the same, hopefully. That still looks bigger. I just can't count today. Hold on. Get this back up. I'm not doing very well, am I? Just tidy this coil up. It's a bit. There we go. Right, let's see if these are the same now. Yes, the same. Okay, so 2 coils exactly the same. And what we want to make sure is that the width across here would fit inside the circle. So yes, it is the same diameter. The width across is the same as the inner diameter of the circle. Okay, because they've got to fit into one another. So now what we do is we screw them into each other. So I'm going to just loosen the end of one. So loosen the end of this one. And I'm going to start screwing it into the other one. So I'm just going to literally put the end through like that and then screw it on. Okay. And as you do, obviously your coil is going to open up as you do it. So as it comes into the center, just squeeze it closed. Okay, and just keep doing this until that whole loop, that whole coil is hooked into the other one. Okay, again, it comes apart, so squeeze it back together. We're nearly there. There we go. So now they are screwed in together. All right, and you'll notice that the loops on this one are a little bit more open than the other one. So just what you can do is just sort of put your fingernail or something in between each loop on the other one just to open them up slightly. In fact, you could open them up much more. We'll have a go at that in a minute and see what it looks like. Okay, and then the cut ends I try and tuck inside so that they're on the inside. All right, so there we go. We've got a loop in a loop. Now, of course, you could carry on like this and make a chain like this. So if you had another one, you'd have to do them a bit narrower to be able to accommodate 2 loops. But that would make quite a nice link chain, wouldn't it? Just linking them like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to thread a piece of wire through, and we kind of go corner to corner so that it sets it at a bit of a jaunty angle. Okay, so let's take another piece of wire. So obviously you could just thread it on like that and you've got that. But what I'm going to do is try and push them together so that where they intersect, you've got this little sort of ellipse shape here. And I'm going to push the wire through that, and it makes the components sit evenly either side, so like a bead. So this makes a great spacer bead. It's really nice to look at as it rotates, so it's great for jewelry that's going to move. So if that was just a dangle on an earring, that's actually really nice because it's got such lovely movement. So that could just be an earring like that, have it as a pendant, have it as a spacer, whatever. But let's have a look if we fan it out, see what happens then. So if I grab either end and fan that out like that, that's quite nice. Do the same the other side. So grab my thumbnail in either end and fan it out like that. I have to do a bit of work to make it even. Oh, that's good. That looks nice, doesn't it? So it's giving it another dimension by spanning it out. Isn't that lovely? So getting even more dynamism in the movement. Like I was saying, patinaed, that's going to look completely different again. So if I come to this one, which I have fanned out a little bit, I take my file, find a file. This will do. Just a bit of sandpaper. It's a bit rough, really, but and then I'm just going to pick off the, rub it across to sort of take off the high points of the patina, or the oxidization in this point, in this case. What should happen is you then get that contrast between the dark areas that are recessed and the light areas that are proud. And then you should get then even more interest in this shape. Yeah, I like it. So you can see how that's lifted it again. It needs, if it had a darker patina, that would be much more striking. But that's, I think that's really nice. What do you reckon? You like it? You'd never realise that's how they connected. No, normally it's one of those things. Oh, hello, ma'am. Taking you that long to sign in. Oh, Bogner, Jean Van Damme. I've known him and his work for a long time. It's totally up my street. Love his roughly casted pieces. Yes, Bogner, I knew you'd like it. So clever. I thought it was chainmail. Yeah. No, it's Vendome. V-E-N-D. Just how Bogner's spelt it, Linda. Yeah, he's brilliant, isn't he? I encourage you all to have a look at his work. It's just lovely. I'm sure you'll find some inspiration in it, even if it's not really your style. It's certainly very inspiring. So there you go. So it's an interesting little technique that I think could add lovely elements to your work. I think it's lovely as a spacer bead. Let's put a bead either side so you can see what that looks like. I've got some here. It's a nice amethyst here. Let's see if I can pinch one of these. Probably a bit big for this particular bead. Maybe better for chunkier beads, or do a smaller version. There we go. That's quite nice, isn't it, as a spacer? How interesting that is. Really like that. So there you go. Hopefully you think, oh, I'll have a go at that and see what you come up with. If it's spacers or if it's a pendant, I mean, it's even quite nice as just as a little, you can see I've just made a little ear wire, or little hoop to do an ear wire there. I think that's just quite nice. So there you go, something to have a go at. See if you can evolve that for the week. It happens like that. Yeah, they connect really, so you can just screw them into each other, which is really cool, isn't it? It is a really cool thing. When I saw it, I thought, oh, I didn't know it's done like that. I'm going to magpie that, put it in my little box of Mojo boosting tutorials. So let me put this back on, otherwise I will lose them. Right, so you won't see me tonight on Charmers Gems because I won't be there, but you will see me on Thursday via the same method. So Thursday evening, I think, unless we get the go-ahead earlier on, which we might, I'll keep you posted. But yeah, keep an eye out. I know if you are signed up to Charmers Gems newsletters, you probably get the first glimpse. But other than that, I can't wait to show you what we've done on Thursday. It's really exciting. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come off of here, and then I'm going to go into the shop and go live and show you around the shop, and show you a few blasts from the past projects that you'll probably remember from years and years and years ago. Lots of things that I've done over the years that I've just kind of rediscovered and thought, oh, that's Christmassy, I'll put that out. So you can come and have a look at that trip down memory lane with me, and see my lovely husband who's in the shop too. What time on Thursday? Marjorie, I don't know. I think it's Thursday evening. I don't know. We haven't got that far ahead. We were really hoping, Marie was really hoping that we could do it today, and she was going to come here because sometimes she's up this way, and she was going to come up here and we were going to do it together. But alas, it was not to be. So we couldn't have it ready. So we now have to wait till Thursday till we're both able to be in a space, not necessarily together, but able to be together online. Maybe we'll see. That you never know. I might actually get in the same room as Marie at some point in the future. If we're both of our very busy lives. But yeah, just I will, as soon as I know what time, where, and when, I will be sharing it on my socials. So just keep an eye. Okay, so if you want to go and gather in Crow's Mojo, I will be there in just a few minutes. So I'm going to shut down here. I'm going to say goodbye to you for the rest of the week on YouTube, and then I will be live in Mojo. So just come and have a look around, only a few minutes, and say hi to Chris. Okay, right. See you soon. Bye.